See how long of a fucking recording time I got. What's up, guys? I am back with trouble. We're just gonna go through and see what our 4-barrel Edelbrock carburetor looks like. So first off, we're gonna disconnect the return spring. We're gonna take off our K&N breather. Lift it up. We're going to take a little clip off of our throttle linkage. Slide it off. And we're going to take our detent, some people calls it TV cable. Take it off of there, off the throttle linkage of the 4-barrel. I'm gonna get us a wrench. We're gonna unplug this. We're gonna take this gas line off. Feed it on this side. We're going to wedge it up in the air so gravity can keep the gas where it's at. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a couple of wrenches. We're going to sit here and take our 4 bolts off of our base plate of the 4-barrel. Right. For those of y'all that do not know and that are new on watching my channel, this is a 1988 GMC Sierra 1500. The month on this year GMC, this is like one of the first 1500s that were put out. I mean, they had literally stopped making the C10s because on the door it literally says that it is an 87. I'm gonna get it correct. I'm gonna look back on the driver door and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly. It is a 8th month of 87. So it was basically one of the first few 1500s they started coming out with when they stopped the C10s, which very sucks. But the base plate of the carburetor, the bolts on them, they are either 1/2 inch to 13 millimeter. And there are 4 of them, one on each corner, front and back. Usually, it really depends on the type of ratchet or socket that y'all use. You really normally, on the back side, these carburetors for these Edelbrocks that I do know of, the bolts, well, the nuts, you have to literally use a hand wrench to get to them. But if you got a 12-point socket and it is skinny enough where the walls aren't thick enough or anything like that, you are able to use a socket to get them nuts off. Alright, we got that 4th nut off of the base of the carburetor. I'm gonna crawl in the engine bay with you guys here just a little bit. And I suspected that. I got to get a flathead screwdriver so I can loosen up the hose clamp for my vacuum boost so I can have brakes. I'm gonna take it off. So I'll be right back. Right, we got us a flathead. We'll take our hose clamp loose. And we're going to take our brake boost line off. Alright. I don't know if y'all guys heard that vacuum just then. That lets me know that my check valve on my brake boost line is working perfect. So I'm just going to release it from the brake boost itself. We're going to lift the 4-barrel up, nice and easy. And we're gonna set her right over here. And I'm gonna sit y'all guys here. Alright, just making sure I get y'all in the view of the video. I'm gonna try to take this line off. And don't forget, guys, you got 4 washers on the base of your carburetor where your 4 nuts go out. Lord have mercy, boy, that thing was on there. Oh, yes, sir. She got some gas in her still in the bowls. Yeah, it looks like everything's still pretty doggone clean in the carburetor. Up under it. Just looking for any kind of signs of some black gunk or anything like that. So right now, that's my gasket for my breather. I'm gonna go and get us a clean rag so I can try to wipe the blades off from up under. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got some cleaner. We're gonna spray. I'm gonna start up here on top where the accelerator pump is. Get y'all guys turned around here just a little bit so y'all can see. I should have showed y'all before I started spraying, but right there where I'm spraying at where the accelerator pump is, it was kind of brown. I'm not really quite sure why, but I mean, let's all get real. I'm pretty sure it's because a little bit of gas gets pumped out of that accelerator from the top. Why? I do not really know. I bought this Edelbrock AVS 2 brand spankingly new. Has not been touched. It just got there. And just doing a little bit of a cleanup because I've had it on this truck probably 9, maybe 10 months now, and I have not done anything with the carburetor, cleaned it, checked it out, or anything like that. So just trying to get a little cleanup tour. for right here, right now. My blades up here at top, they look pretty clean. The secondaries look clean. I don't know about any of y'all, but I work pretty doggone hard for my money. I probably should do this a little bit more often than what I'm doing now. 9 months, 10 months later, after me buying this $360 something carburetor. That was quite a bit of money for me. I work on vehicles for a living on the side. It's a part-time job. Used to be full-time. The man taught me quite a bit. And there was stuff that I taught him. So, it's pretty much a win-win situation. I really can't complain too much about it. Spray the front off. Go ahead and take our rag and start wiping down. I know a lot of you guys take some joy and some pride in y'all's work. I know I'm one of them. And I do like to make sure all my stuff is nice and clean. I know one of my videos I got on there, it's talking about a 305 tear down and something to do about honing the 305 out, or honing 305 cylinders. I really don't want to talk about that engine right now because, like I said, it's going to be a budget build. There's a lot of thinking and so on and so forth about that engine that I really don't want to talk about it right now. I'm literally in the process of trying to find a 5.7 350 Chevrolet. So I can really actually do something that I really wanted to do. I mean, you can basically do the same thing with a 305. You can take 350 heads, put them on 305. The only two things that I do know that you can't use from 350 to a 305 is the crank, unless you have it machined out for it, maybe. I don't know all the details to it, but I know something about the piston size. You can't get a 305 bored out to a 350 exact, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, said enough on the 305. We will continue on that 305 later on in the future, but from here on out, we're just gonna pick around with old trouble with a 5.7 350. Alright, for right now, we're gonna turn from the 4 barrel we're gonna go right here on the base plate where the 4-barrel sets out. This here old gasket, we're gonna pull it up nice and easy. Still in good shape. We're gonna use this again. I know guys. Just calm down, please. We're gonna take this spacer out here from the actual spacer itself. And we're gonna put in the old 4-barrel hole. We're gonna put this here bad boy up in here. I've been running with the open square one for a while now, and I'm just a little on the curious side. If it makes any difference in the torque or the little MPH.
If I bought something specific when his food stamps come in, because they're good today. He just called me, that's why I asked.
Probably some steaks. A couple thing of pork chops or something maybe.
Okay, well, he just called me. I think I know why I like chicken fried already.
But we got it all.
He asked you or not. Sorry.
We got it all cleaned up, nice and polished up. There is a specific way of putting these things in. So if you guys just pay a little attention, we're just gonna sit here and drop it right on in. Give her a little bit of a love tap, because I'm pretty sure that's about how it's gonna drop up in there. Now I was told that the 4 hole for the 4-barrel there, that it makes quite a difference, because it literally directs the gas and the airflow in how these gas flow is on the intake. I'm not specific on the names right now. I'm just giving little details out. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can't get this tried out. See if it's gonna work on this particular 4-barrel. We're just gonna gently set her back down, and all we're gonna really do is just open our throttle. And I'm gonna take a peek down in there. I'm gonna try to show y'all. If it's actually clearing. And I do not think it is. My primaries are clearing, but my secondaries are not. So I don't think that's gonna work. So Guess we gonna set the old carburetor sitting there on the side. And I guess we gonna have to pull this whole spacer out, and so we can knock out that center. Well, I'm trying to save this here base plate gasket, and it's not really working all that well out for me. Just gotta take your time, do it nice and slow, give her a little bit of love. There we go. Oh, we got something happening now. All right, guys, got the whole base plate spacer out. See if we can't gently pop the center out. I should have known that it wasn't going to fit, but you know, sometimes you got to do it to believe it. All right, I got her popped out. And then how I got this spacer taken off. I'm gonna spray it down. Try to get y'all guys in a view of what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to spray this here off. Got a little bit of grime, a little dirty. Give it a little wipe down. See? Alright, we got the gasket freed up. So now we can actually get the whole thing cleaned up right. So we ain't got no dirt or anything like that going into our intake manifold. Just want to try to get it nice and cleaned up, guys. I mean, that's pretty much the whole scenario, is keeping your hard-earned working money, budget built or whatever, clean, you know. I mean, I don't know about y'all guys. I like to try to keep my stuff nice and clean. Alright, for the most part, that's pretty good and clean. See if there's anything on our gasket. Just give it a light brush with the rag, just to make sure there's no kind of grime, no dirt or nothing like that chilling out, hanging on it, so it don't get sucked down up into your intake, into your motor. And I think that's pretty much it with that situation. With the throttle spacer, with the carb spacer, and get it set correctly. Turn y'all guys back around to the intake itself. Try to pick you guys up so y'all can get a little bit better view of how everything looks like. That's what we got. It is a dual plane, mid-rise, high RPM Edelbrock intake. 4-barrel at that. Alright. What we're going to try to do next, guys, and get y'all where y'all can see. I think y'all set pretty good right there. We're going to clean this little area up right here a little bit. What I'm going to do, instead of just spraying the parts cleaner on it, I'm going to spray the rag, get it nice and damped up, because this stuff dries pretty good quick. We're just going to take the rag where I wet it out, sprayed it down, and get our base cleaned up. You know, just making sure no dirt, none of that bull junk. That rag was clean, now it's nasty, of course. What do you expect? Alright. We got that nice and cleaned up. I'm going to take the rag, shake it off in good time, fold it a couple of times, and we're going to stick it down in here to our intake where our carburetor goes out. Then we're going to take our old parts cleaner, we're going to give her a nice little old bath, get the rest of the intake cleaned up. We let that sit. We're going to give her another little blast. Don't be shy to use your parts cleaner. Like I said, you spent hard-earned money to buy this, just like I did. You want to try to keep her clean. So that's what the video is pretty much about, is cleaning your carb out without having to tear it apart. because from the age, if you ain't got nothing wrong with it, then there's no fixing. Alright, guys? Right. So you can take your carb off every so many months or whatever, twice a month, whatever. And you can just wipe it down from the outside, get your blades open up from the bottom of the carburetor, spray it down with Carb Clean, and just wipe it down with a nice good clean rag, any kind of good rag. Some people are particular about the rag that they use. Some say, oh, you got to use the microfiber type rags so it don't have no lint caught up in this and that. To me, a rag is a rag. So it is what it is. You use what you think is best for your engine, your carb, your intake, your body of your car, truck, motorcycle, whatever. Don't just sit there and listen to me. You have a right, you have an opinion, you can use it. And if nobody agrees with what your opinion is, then keep it to yourself. Who cares? And I know. Anybody's opinion matters no matter what. Because all we're really doing is just getting her cleaned up some. We're not really taking it to a showroom, a car show, or anything like that. Maybe one day I would like to take this truck to a car show. We got a car show that happens, if it's not raining, every Friday, right by Bojangles and Wendy's here in Southport, North Carolina. So maybe, one day I will take this truck here. We'll take it there and show it off. Tell people what I've done to it. Maybe I might put y'all on YouTube. Put it on YouTube for y'all guys to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because they got some pretty decent cars out there. There's a few little old school. I think about the 4th time I seen them out there, they started having guys come out there with some pretty decent new vehicles, the sporty Mustangs with the new 5.0s in them, so make the best of what you want, what you got. So hi. It is what it is. If it's yours and you love it, show that motherfucker off. Let somebody know what you got. Don't be scared. Because I was always brought up with my brothers telling me they can't eat you. It might hurt your feelings a little bit, but we all bounce back from that. And I want to give a shout out to working with Bobby. Cool cat, like the man. Like his truck. Hope everything works out with him, with his daughter on the old Nissan Sentra that he's got her. I had a 93 Nissan Sentra and that little sucker would go. Wide open every day going to Wilmington and back. go to work. Alright guys, we're going to turn back around to the carb. And we're going to turn it sideways here just a little bit. And we're going to spray our secondary holes open. We're going to try to get them open. Because of the way I got it sitting. Alright, we got her open. We're going to give her a little spray down. Primary. Sorry about that, guys. Whoa, I'm falling. I'm trying to keep y'all guys right there. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'll take the cleanest part of the rag. Give her a little wipe down. Get that old burnt up gas taken out of there. Wipe the base down. And we are good. Now, to put it back together, it's pretty much a reverse of taking it apart. How many is ready to put her back together? First things first, show y'all, I don't know if y'all did get to see, it was a little grimy on the intake. Now she pretty much shining back to its normal aluminum color, factory. First things first, we take the rag back out. Just do a little wipe, you know, for good measure. There's our base plate. It goes on the very bottom of the intake. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that is a V that always is on the left side of the intake. You want to take that and just line your hose up and drop her down. She's good. And if you get how your carb gasket was, you can always lift your carb up good enough, because when you cinch them down, torque the specs down, bam, and there she goes, just like so. So we'll set the gasket with this imprint towards the distributor. She set it down good. Give one more good wipe down on the bottom of your carb base. She cleaned up pretty good, guys. That is where the accelerator pump is, and she was nice and dirty brown. Some old gas was leaking out of it for some odd reason. I never did anything about it it was doing that when I first put the carburetor on there. So now we take our 4 washers, put them back on the stud. Of the 4 corners of the intake of the carburetor. There we go. Now we take our 4 nuts, spin them on. When you can do that with your nut on your studs from just cleaning them up, the less you know, it makes you feel good that you done it pretty good. You cleaned her up pretty nicely. Because when I took them off, it was a little grimy on the studs. Alright. We got her slapped on there, all 4 bolts. Now, we're going to take our ratchet, and I'm going to sit y'all guys back down. And I'm going to start letting the ratchet do its job. I'm going to lower y'all down so y'all can see the front. We all know the saying, righty tight gets her right. Not 100% sure what the torque spec is on this, but I'm just going to tighten them down to my spec, okay? I know some of y'all guys ain't going too much like that, but you know what? This is my truck. I bought and paid for it. It's paid for, no liens on it. And I build it and work on it the way I want to. So therefore, that being said, good Lord, I didn't mean for y'all to fall out when I said that. Great day. Great day. Did not expect y'all to fall out when I said that. We're going to put our brake boost back on. The brake booster. We're going to take our hose. I'm going to try to show y'all. That's fitting right there. I'm going to take that hose and get it shoved on there. When y'all fail, y'all mess the camera up a little bit. Gracious day. Gracious day. What in the world's going on, my son? Alright. Now we got y'all positioned back up. We got the hose on nice and secured. We're going to take those clamp. Take this flathead screwdriver. And we're going to tighten this little bad boy up. We got that nice and secured. And this is detach TV cable. Come forward. Hear the click, it snaps back into place. Our throttle cable line. Work it back into place. What the fucking noise is going on here, man? And now we take our little clip. Lock our throttle cable back into place so we know she ain't going nowhere. Here's our throttle return spring. Hook it up. From there to the alternator bracket. I know some guys wouldn't believe to do that, but like I said, it's my truck. Put the breather gasket back on. And all we got to do next is put our fuel line back into place. We pop it back in there. And we'll tighten this up. Feels nice and secure. And then we take our old check valve hose from our passenger side valve cover and hook it back to the carburetor. And as far as I know, that's pretty much it. Now, those of y'all that don't know, I left the square out. We could not get that to work because the secondary blades are slightly bigger than the holes. So I honestly have not ran the truck without that square piece being in there. And we're just going to see what happens. So y'all bear with me. I haven't started the truck up in about 4 or 5 days. So I don't know what's going to happen. Nothing that I didn't know was going to happen. I had a feeling it was going to do that. Alright, we're going to try it again. It barely turned over. One more time, you guys. Ain't third time a good charm. Well, son of a bitch. There's that third time. Got old trouble running now. So this off really ain't affecting with it. Really wish that we can have this one in there. I'm gonna try to do some study on this 4-hole one and see what kind of researching that we get. Looks pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. If anybody likes, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe, please. It helps with me on my channels to make more videos for y'all guys. My 2011 Chevrolet Cruze 1.4, I took it to the repair shop because I have Car Shield. I've been paying $139.99 a month for 2.5 years since we've had that Chevrolet Cruze, and I borrowed my boss's car trailer, worked a half a day, and got it taken down there. So we will have a brand new exhaust manifold with a new turbo, and I think it might have slipped timing, and I think they are supposed to fix that also. So whenever we get it back, I will let y'all know. We will put her back on YouTube. Well, honestly, with that square centerpiece and the carburetor spacer, I honestly think that just the seat of the hem of the pants made just a little difference from the hem of the pants. But I'll rock out with it not being in there. So as I was saying, if you guys like, hit the thumbs up, please. It helps me with the videos to make more. If you got any kind of comments, questions, anything, put them in the comments below. I will read them. And please subscribe. I need some subscribers, you guys. And I do want to give another shout out to another guy that does some stuff on YouTube, and that is Sleeper Dude. Sleeper Dude with his family. Dude does tremendous good work with his family. I love how they bundle together and work together. That's pretty sweet. I like it. Y'all keep on wrenching. Ricky Bobby, God's gonna do some good deeds for you. You're a good-hearted man. Just thank him for everything that's going on, no matter what, and you will get your blessing. I promise you. Keep on reaching, Ricky Bobby. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for watching.